Welcome, welcome, welcome. It's that Talk That Shit, Make It Make Sense podcast with your host, Mr. O and Mr. Kelvin. Pretty interesting.
Shalom, family.
Pretty interesting what's going on. You know, we in different spots of the world, so it's probably here, there, in between with everybody. So we want to make sure we give y'all something from the other side of it, you know, just in case if we was to be in the side for a certain amount of time. We got some juicy stuff for y'all every day. Keep you in the loop. Long as they keep the airwaves on, we're gonna keep you in the loop. That's how they communicated when they ain't had it. When they ain't have stuff to communicate through, they had radios, and radios always work.
Absolutely. Yeah, to get started today, well, first of all, I'm on the other side of town, so I couldn't be in studio tonight. But we here anyway. We got news. We're on lockdown here on curfew anyway here in the part of the country we in. So, could you give us some numbers? All the numbers. Give us some numbers, man. Let's see where we at.
Well, let's see where we at. Well, Trumpet and said they got some funding and they're sending out 85,000 facial shields, 68,934 gowns, 200,845 PPE equipments, 280,000 gloves, but only sending 1,000 beds. And 100 of them going to New York. How many people sick? Hold on, let me get to the number where they got. Well, what's the statistic of people being sick? Nah, and you talking about 100 beds? 100 beds. Oh, one good thing, Facebook donated 700,000 masks, and they said if the hoarders got any stuff they hoarding, the PPE equipment, masks, things that people use, going shit like what y'all have at y'all house, we coming to get it if you don't give it to us.
Yeah. Well, I'd like to see them try to go in them white boys' house and try to get all their guns and their PPE equipment. Yeah. That's going to start the civil war that they've been waiting on. Yeah, but here in Louisiana, the cases that went up in Louisiana. It's now the fourth leading state with the coronavirus infected people. Just behind Illinois, New York, and California. Louisiana. Isn't that something?
Well, if it's gonna hit something like it's gonna hit something, it might as well hit the South. Hit the South. Let's go ahead down, because you know what, the North gonna get it when they get it, but we gonna hit the South. Cause everything basically happened down here where we at, down here at the bottom. You know, like a ball or like a cup. Everything always goes to the bottom and comes out through the top.
Yeah, a lot of the stuff that's being made here in Louisiana, all the chemicals plant refineries is down south between Louisiana, Texas, Mississippi, Florida. The refineries is down here. We ship that stuff up north after refining it. So, yeah, this is industry down here that helps move America. One of the things I wanted to get into, I know we talk a lot about the justified success, but right now this lockdown and the economy and what's happening next. The thing we got to look out for is when trucks stop moving. When the trucks stop moving, you can go ahead on and you can cancel Christmas. It wouldn't take but 1 week for no trucks to deliver product in this country. It's gone. 1 week. Because everything you get, everything you that truck delivered to the store. If a ship come in, put it on containers. You got to take it off that ship and put it on the truck and have it delivered to the store. So when the truck stop, when all the trucks stop moving, you can go on and cancel Christmas. That's the beginning of the end to this. So right now, everybody who got their food set up and put up, they're all good. We still going. Everything's still moving. Your boy, the orange one that claims to be the president, he decided that, oh yeah, in a week or two we're gonna open the country back up. Well, you're still in the beginning of your curve because the rate went up the first week that it was on. The first week that the coronavirus hearing was started to spread, it went up. It went up to 1,000 in about 2 weeks. Well, it went up 5,000 in a day. Now it's going up to 10,000 every day. So that means more and more testing. That means more and more people has this virus. And I do believe that this coronavirus is that superbug that everybody's been afraid of. All the scientists and the doctors been afraid of for the last 20 years or so.
Oh yeah, and again, fam, it's no defense for this. You can put gloves on your hands. You drive in your car. If you've been around somebody that had it, you had it. As we said, everybody had a coronavirus. We're not trying to scare you or freak you out. It's just no defense. And 20, COVID 20 and 21 gonna be worse than these two. Cause see, the plagues go in order. One thing happened, then a whole bunch of bad stuff start happening. You know, until y'all do what y'all need to do. You shouldn't have to be told to wash your hands. You shouldn't have to be told if you're touching your face, don't put it down on something. That's common sense, I would think, because you wouldn't want to put your finger in your nose and then pick a hamburger up and eat it. Because you ain't gonna sanitize your fingers. You're gonna think your finger ain't going in your mouth, and you putting a whole booger burger in your mouth. Don't say you don't eat boogers either. That's nasty. And then now you eating all them boogers. That's mucus you eating. So guess what? Now you got the coronavirus and you wonder how you got it. And then you passing it on. You getting it to people. You ain't no host. I mean, yeah, you ain't the host that's actually asexual to it. You the host that's passing to everybody. Anybody smell you. Anybody come around you. If you fart, they got it.
Yeah. We call it the coronavirus. That's the first name that came out with was the coronavirus, and it stuck. It fit. It's actually the COVID-19. So by saying that, I did some study, and the COVID-19 is the 19th virus of this system. The thing about the COVID-19 jumped in strength 10 times as powerful as the COVID-18. So that's why this one has been named and been so powerful. Because that's just what it did. It jumps in power level so high. Now, let's think about this. Oh, it's already been 19. And it started in 2019. Let's think about the CV20 in 21.
Yeah, they already talking about adding malaria to the vaccine to see if it worked. So what all stuff you testing to put in? Oh, and they got an H1 enzyme in one of those vaccines too. H1, that's that same shit from 10 years ago to swine flu.
Yeah.
Experimenting with shit, like you said, every year, every couple of years, y'all coming up with something. Okay, let's see what this gonna do. Okay, we gotta try to find a cure for this shit, so we're gonna release it and give it a cure. But everybody got this though. Everybody got this.
Everybody got it. When you was a child and you was a That was coronavirus. So everybody has the coronavirus in their system. And there is no cure for it. Never has been a cure for it. Never will be a cure for it. COVID-19, coronavirus. There is no cure for it. Never have been and never will be a cure for it. Only thing you can get is treatment for it. There is no cure. So, I'm not saying family be afraid, but there's nothing that they can do to make a cure for it. Just like you ask any scientist to make you a gallon of water and they can't. You get hydrogen and oxygen together and say, here you go, put this together and make me a gallon of water. It'll never happen. They can't. But yet they tell me they sent a man to the moon. And they can't even make a cup. Make me a cup of water. Not a gallon, make me 1 cup of water. They can't. They put hydrogen and oxygen in a tank and light it on fire. When they explode, they say, see, you got a water droplet. No, I don't. I've seen the whole bucket explode, and I don't see no water. I've seen a big ass explosion. So,
and they got the coronavirus in jail too, Mr. Kelvin.
Yeah.
Now who going to see these inmates? They ain't going nowhere. They just seeing each other.
Yeah.
They developed it on the inside.
Yeah, they talking about putting, letting the nonviolent criminals, what they call the nonviolent criminals, but it's actually the enslaved. They talking about letting the nonviolent enslaved out of prison. I've seen people riding around with masks on. I've never seen so many people so damn scared. Oh, I've never seen that. It just kind of tickles me because for the last 400 years in just this country, you have committed the most horrible, heinous crime that ever been created on this planet. You have done everything that's bad and horrible that one person can do to another. You have done it to us. And now, you are afraid of a little visible bug?
and Donald Trump, the invisible enemy, the hidden enemy, that's what he called it. Yeah, the hidden enemy, because you can't see it. I'm going to send the troops to fight the virus. How you fight something that you can't see?
What your troops going to do? Blow it up?
and spread that shit to somebody else? A whole bunch of a little country of people?
It's in the air. It's in the air. What you gonna do? Blow it up? Or you gonna light the air on fire?
Oh, we gonna light the air. We gonna light the air on fire. They ain't even want to talk about opening up the country. How you gonna open up the country and you ain't even got this shit contained yet? You gonna open it up so more people can bring the other part of the virus in, that CO-vid 20 and 21. And you really gonna have something on your hands then. Oh, we just losing people every day. The rates are going up. You're gonna see a map of the world and you're gonna see number red on that bitch. That's everybody that's dying. They ain't gonna be able to burn the bodies or put them in them FEMA caskets fast enough. Then they're gonna be reanimated. Y'all watch Walking Dead and play zombies on Call of Duty. See what's gonna happen when that shit really happens. Because all them corona virus victims, they're gonna be reanimated. They can't stop it. Think of all the people that they didn't test for the coronavirus. They test them for the flu and pneumonia. They don't know if they died from the coronavirus. That can be thousands, hundreds of thousands. Because they lie. Because they don't tell you the truth about the numbers. Because they don't know who all infected. That's why they're just giving you a number.
Right.
When that number say 320 million people, then you know it's exactly right because everybody got it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. It's United States is fast catching up with the amount of people in China. And China has like 10 times the amount of people in China than the United States has. In a country the same is a little bit bigger than the United States. They have 1.2 billion people in China. The United States only has 370 million. So, right now we have 56,000 cases of coronavirus, confirmed cases of coronavirus. China's highest is 80. confirmed cases. Which I think those numbers are often screwed up, but what China did was China tried to nip it in the bud by killing everybody who had it. They locked people in apartment complexes. They
houses.
In their houses, they went in and got people who had it, took the whole family away, never to be seen of again. They got mass burial sites all over Iran where you can't never get all the right numbers because that regime that's running Iran is the same kind of regime that runs China. They don't ever want to look bad, so they're going to never give you the real numbers. The United States is never going to give you the real numbers. So exactly how many, we'll never know. We'll never know exactly how many people died from the coronavirus. Because guess what? Some of the people who died 6 months ago could have died from coronavirus, and they just labeled it as pneumonia because they didn't have a coronavirus test 6 months ago. The SARS test you will come back negative. The only thing that they can see that happened was, oh, you had double pneumonia. He died from double pneumonia because the the CV-19 attacks your lungs like pneumonia. It attacks your lungs just like pneumonia. Only difference is how you pass it. Because, first of all, pneumonia is not very communicative. I mean, regular pneumonia just don't pass it. You don't pass it around. Just because somebody got pneumonia, that don't mean everybody in the house got it.
Right.
Well, with this thing, with the CV-19, if one person in the house got it, everybody else in the house got it. So it don't make sense to lock up in your house and somebody in your house got it. That means you're going to give it to everybody in your house. Everybody going to die.
Italy supplies set to run out in mid-April too, Mr. Kelvin.
Oh, yeah?
Mid-April. And they say per Trumpet, he said new tests will be available mid-March and get tested in 45 minutes. It's mid-March right now. It's March 20, whatever day it is.
It's end of March.
End of March. And you saying they'll be at mid-March. So when did you take what you were saying? Because you said it was live. So what you not telling the people?
What you ain't telling?
You ain't telling me ain't no defense for it, though. You ain't telling the next one that's coming is going to be worse than this one.
Right.
We've been working on this for 20 years. 20 years. Because you know what? We refuse. He claimed it was a hoax made up by the Democrats. Say it was less dangerous than the flu. Mr. Kelvin, I need the facts, Mr. Kelvin. I need the facts. We had this under control. Not true. This is, do what you call control. I wonder what you call under control. I want to see what you have out of control.
Fact is, he has no facts. Nobody has no answer for this. This is not of man. Yeah, man might have put it together. Man might have tried to deploy it to get rid of China. A man might have deployed it to try to get rid of this or get rid of that. But in the book that I read, God said, He's going to take your trap that you made for my people and turn it on your own head. This is a trap been turned on their own head. Like I showed you before that the American company that owned the patent to coronavirus, yeah, this is a trap that they had planned for somebody else that landed on their own head. Yes, sir. I think it's got out of hand. They have no idea how to stop it, no idea how to control it. Even if they did get something to slow this one down, COV-19 is waiting. COV-20 is waiting. COV-21 is waiting. You will open a box that you probably can't close.
And it's mighty funny that the Georgia Guidestones has 3/22 dated on it.
Mm-hmm.
322, the year that it was put there. March 22nd, 1980. 20 years to the date. And it says, the number one guideline on the English side says keep the population 500 million. Where we at? Where we at with them numbers? We got 300. We got 320 million. Okay, let's see what else we need to do. Come up with some more stuff. They gave China had that, and they got to deal with bird flu. Ain't nobody outside. So where the bird flu come from?
Yeah, bird flu done kicked off again.
Oh yeah. What time of the year it is? It's getting hot. Yeah, send the birds over there with the flu. Send the birds with the flu over there to China so they can infect some more people. So they had the coronavirus and the bird flu, which is a strand of the coronavirus, probably COVID-5.
Mm-hmm.
Just like the bubonic plague, smallpox. We'll put a little of this smallpox in there and put some of this AIDS up in there and some of this Ebola. We give a nigga something a cocktail where they can't shake back from it. Your respiratory system shut down. You got blood coming out your ears. You're numb. You can't walk. You got all kind of symptoms going on. If you have these symptoms, don't go around nobody.
Yeah. The thing is about this that the COVID-19 is that the longevity that it has. That's what's so frightening to people. The longer it can stay on inanimate objects. That is what's so frightening to people. The way it can be transmitted. That is so frightening to people. They don't even know all the ways it can be transmitted. But like we said weeks ago, somebody walk into a corner store and sneeze, and they have it. They might not even be showing symptoms. They could be a carrier, and they sneeze and have it. That's in that store for 9 days. So everybody who went in that store for 9 days has contracted it. I'm sure they're not going in that store after everybody leaves and wipe down all the bread, all the containers with Lysol. They're not doing that in stores. All the shelves, all the doors. Every time they open the door, one of those refrigerator doors, to grab one of them ice cold beers out of there, well, it's on your hand. Most Americans touch their hands. Take their hands and touch their face. Check this out, though. I was surprised when I found this out. Most Americans touch their face with their hands 3 times a minute. 3 times a minute. Interesting, right?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So, even if you got on gloves and you walk into the store and you touch the door with your gloves on and the door handle is contaminated. Now, when you went in and you picked up your pack of cigarettes or your bottle of wine or just a soda, you done transferred that to the soda. Now you get in the car, when you touch your door handle, you transfer it to your door handle. So what do you got to do every time to be totally 100% safe? Every time you touch something, you got to change gloves. So I touch the door handle. To go in the store, I got to take off those gloves and put on others. When I touch my soda, I got to take off those gloves and put on another. When I open the door handle from the inside, I got to take off those gloves and put on another pair. You're not going to ever be totally 100% safe. That's just by touching. We're not talking about what's in the air, the little droplets that's in the air when somebody sneezes that can stay in the air for 90 minutes. Somebody could have left out of that place 90 minutes ago or 89 minutes ago, and you had no idea that they in there and sneezed and got the coronavirus. Yet you walk into one of the droplets and to get in your eye or on your face or on your hand.
And you ain't going to know. You're going to continue with what you're doing.
So, yeah, this probably never gonna control it.
Not as long as you still selling shit. You need to throw away everything that's been made and touched by human hands, because that's how that shit transferred to everybody. They scared them, made them go out there and get food. They made them go out there and get toilet paper and shit. Imagine all them people's hands and been in there that's sick and been touched. Everybody got it. That's why I said, fam, don't be scared. Everybody got it. You got it and know you had it. You didn't know you had it.
Well, I really got it.
Yeah, them cases of water you was grabbing, them cases of water, that ice. I mean, because ice don't carry germs, but coronavirus can live on cold surfaces. So, ice. Oh yeah, wash your hands. And as Mr. Kelvin said, you can't have gloves on every time you touch something. You're taking these gloves off because you just need a glove for a hand. That way you ain't gotta take it off and then sanitize and everything. Side note, Tito's vodka is stop making alcohol to make sanitizer. They say they can make 1,000 gallons at a time.
Yeah.
The only bad thing is it's gonna take them 3 days to get it to New York. You should be exporting that shit ASAP. Okay, you know what? Like you said, the truck. You bring it in on a boat, put it on a truck. The truck take it where you gotta go.
Yeah, I hadn't drank the. I don't even know what Tito's vodka tastes like though. I don't care if they.
Oh, it's not bad at all. I had some, and then it's made in Texas.
Okay, I might have to try that because well, we ain't gonna get into that. Anyway, family.
Yes, sir.
The food is still going along. The grocery stores are still opening. The fast food places are still open. The total lockdown hadn't been done, but man, I'm saying keep your eyes open. I don't think that this is over. I don't think this is going to be over in 2 weeks. I don't think it's going to be over in 2 months. I don't think this is going to be over in 6 months. The more and more and we get into this, the deeper and deeper the rabbit hole goes. You get down in that rabbit hole, it may open up into a huge cavern or a huge cave, or you may have to whine and go through smaller and smaller tunnels. But I don't think this is the end of the rabbit hole. I don't think we're gonna come back next year and go, wow, man, that was scary last year, wasn't it? I think we're gonna still be into some stuff.
They projected 12 to 18 months so far. The whole summer gone. Yeah. So anybody got a birthday during the summertime, you will have to do some partying at home. You're probably sick and tired in the house by then, but guess what? You can always go outside.
Yeah.
You might not can't go to the park or go where you want to go, but you always can go outside to a certain point, and depending on how this is going to go. They want people to follow these guidelines, and people not following the guidelines because they still have places open for business. I understand that, but they still touching food too. So you eating food they touching. I don't care if you got a glove on. It sits on an object, a glove at that, for 20 minutes. So you change your gloves every time you making something? No, that's too much work. They ain't paying you enough to do that. So guess what? You're going to keep that same glove on, and you're going to infect everybody because everybody already infected. You ain't wiping down everything in McDonald's. You ain't wiping down everything in Sears. You ain't wiping down everything in Bed Bath & Beyond. People coming by there, sneezing, touching buku candles and that. You ain't sanitizing everything in Barnes & Noble. If people come in there and touch them books, I'm one of the people that be in there looking at the books.
Yeah, when you reach your hand inside at a fast food restaurant, let's say working at McDonald's, you got on gloves, and you reach your hand out and you reach somebody else's bag. Well, you got to change your gloves if you want to be 100% safe from this virus. You got to change those gloves before you touch the next car, and then you got to change it again before you touch the next car. Then when you reach back and grab the bag, those people got to change their gloves. And so you're not going to be 100% safe.
And then the droplet's still in the air. The droplet's still in the air. So if you got the gloves on, they still got the droplets.
Yeah. Gloves only assist for the contaminant that's on surfaces. in the air from a sneeze or a cough. Gloves won't do you no good if I cough in your face or if I sneeze in the place and leave droplets in the air. Gloves did you no good. You walked around with gloves and masks on for 2 weeks, and you end up with the coronavirus. Just because you didn't have goggles on and it went in your eye, or you didn't change your gloves often enough, and you touched your face. Even if you touch your face with the glove, like I say, natural reaction to the human body is we touch our face maybe 3 times a minute. So yeah.
But stay aware, family. Just stay aware. Don't take what we telling you verbatim. You know, you'll see for yourself. If you've been following the cast, me and Mr. Kelvin, we've been trying to stay updated, keep y'all updated. So many things going on with it, but at the same time, the facts is being spoken.
Yeah.
It's a whole greater thing coming behind this. It might seem bad for some people. No, in the war, you have to lose some people. Collateral damage. I hate to speak it, but 2/3 of our people not gonna make it. I might be part of that 2/3.
Right.
But I know the end game coming though. I know what's coming. Update number of CV-19 cases, deaths in Baton Rouge area. Now it's just hit the phone at 7:40 our time.
Yeah. 2/3 of our people is not gonna make it. 2/3 of the nations, the Gentiles, is not gonna make it. That's a fact. That's what the Bible says. It also talked about the pestilence, which is disease and sickness is pestilence. So, and with that pestilence, the rider of pestilence is death. Disease, sickness, and death together in the end times. It will come from all over. So yeah, it also in the Bible tells us that 2/3 is not going to make it. It's not going to make it. 2/3 is not going to make it. That means probably some of our family members, some of our loved ones, is not going to make it. It's not going to accept it and not going to make it. And that's just the way it is. Being a Hebrew, I realized this years ago and studied it for years. And I realized it, and just know that the elect, the select few, out of that 1/3 that do make it, there's only going to be a remnant that is chosen. Just like, let's just say, just like Noah. Whole world full of people. Only 8 people survived. 8. Sodom and Gomorrah. Guess what? Didn't but 3 people walk out of that. So yeah. I don't think, from my studies, I don't think that this country is ever going to be what it was. I think the tides have turned, and I think it's repayment for the 2020 years of running roughshod over the world. I think the repayment is coming. The repayment has started. God is a God of balance. You had 2020 years of running roughshod over my creation and my people. Now, payback is coming. Payback is coming. Everybody always say you reap what you sow, or what they call it, karma. That's what the world calls it, karma is coming to get you. If you do something bad to somebody else, karma is going to get you. Well, no, not exactly. This is not karma. This is balance.
Paid in full. Debt paid.
You got to pay your debt. You got to have balance. God works on balance. That's why He got the sun and the moon. Balance. It's balance. You got water and earth. It's balance. You got fire and ice. Balance.
You got up and down. Balance.
Balance.
Right and left.
You got to have balance. So hold on to your hats. Boy, it's called me crazy. I had plenty of people who called me crazy over my years. Plenty of people that's now coming in asking me questions. Hey, wait a minute. What you said about this years ago? So now, come on. Let's sit down. Let's talk. I don't have a quick answer. Let's talk. I got to start from the beginning and show you what I'm talking about. I'm going to show you what I'm talking about.
And that's how you started from the beginning. You don't go jump in the middle, 2 or 3 chapters or 9, 10 chapters in the back. You go in the beginning. Forget all that stuff that you heard. We don't want to debate. We want to talk about the facts. Now let me begin. And that's how that conversation will start.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. That's how we do it. Let's work. Let's start at the top. And we go from there. And a lot of your questions, I got a lot of answers for a lot of different questions. I'm not saying listen, I know just enough to know that I don't know nothing. I know enough to know that I know nothing.
I know one thing, a virus not seasonal, that bitch don't take no break.
I know that. I do know that. Yes, sir.
Yeah, a virus don't take it. It don't discriminate. It don't discriminate.
It don't discriminate. I know you done heard of a summer cold. Everybody done heard of a summer cold. I know that you done heard flu season, but somebody got the flu in the summer. Somebody got the flu in the spring. Somebody got the flu in the fall. Was
it too hot, too cold?
Only thing that makes it different in the flu virus is most of the time when your kids go to school in the wintertime, they come back home and they give it to the parents. And the parents give it to the
people at their
job.
That
they work. Yeah. Y'all in close quarters because you're always in the house. Well, in summertime, you spread out a little bit. So it calmed down a little bit. But this coronavirus is different. It don't calm down because, you know what, it don't need to.
Attacks more in
it
crowds.
Along different surfaces until you can get it.
You're giving them more energy with all the crowds. Oh, I got 50 people in this room, I'm finna infect everybody. One person sneeze, everybody fucked. Everybody. And everybody they come in contact with until they start displaying symptoms and everything.
Yeah. And your little flu shot is not going to fix it. Your rolls of toilet paper, them 45 million rolls of toilet paper that you bought, not going to do anything.
Your nose going to be raw blowing.
12 gallons of hand sanitizer, it ain't going to save you.
Even if you eat it, it's not going to help you.
Yeah. We saying, family, that it's going to affect certain people. It's going to affect certain people. And I'm telling you now, with all these cases and all these people talking and all these actors coming out and saying, all these black actors coming out and saying, now I tested positive. Well, you're not in the hospital with a respirator on. You might test positive because, guess what, we all got it. But you're not in the hospital with a respirator on. Now, when, what his name, Iber, LG, or whatever his name is, come and say, when I see him with them tubes in his nose and one running down his throat, and he's saying, he on that respirator, and he's saying, I got it, and I'm doing bad. But then that's something different. Hamite, and I think he's Hamite anyway. I think he's Gentile anyway. But
British. I'm
saying that,
Britain.
I'm saying that I don't see it affecting black people like it does the rest of the world. Here in Baton Rouge, we got 1,000 cases of coronavirus in Baton Rouge, and I know nobody with it. I know a lot of people, but I don't know nobody with it. I don't even know any blacks who's sick. Just saying. I found a few cases online, but it's not, I don't think it's real. I'm not sure. But even some of the people who do get it, guess what? If they turncoats, like, let's say, Michael Jordan, or Oprah Winfrey, or Magic Johnson, or Jesse Catfish Mouth Jackson.
Hey, if Magic Johnson can survive with AIDS and still smile, I know he get the coronavirus. If he get the coronavirus, I know it's something serious. Magic Johnson get it because he survived with AIDS and still smiling and still going around good and still look healthier than most of the people out here.
Yeah. He was like the first one to survive AIDS, right?
Yep. Everybody else I know.
How did he do that? How did he do that? Oh.
Man, because Arthur Ashe, they said he was a homosexual. They said Prince was gay. I mean, he had AIDS. I mean, but everybody, they say when somebody died, everybody got AIDS. Well, fuck, you know it's in your body already. You just need to say something. You know, everything that basically can kill you is already in your body.
I know the cancer cells are already in your body, but your body does an amazing job of fighting it. But when you corrode your body with all this rest of this stuff that it's got to fight, like
meth, cocaine,
like pork, sugar, iodine from crawfish, crabs, or from eating catfish or bottom feeders. The Bible wrote that specifically because for a reason. The reason why you're not supposed to eat all these things is for a reason. For example, pork carries 32 different diseases that a human can get. When you eat a shellfish, you get iodine. They're all filter feeders. They eat the worst of the worst at the bottom of the bottom. They eat it, digest it, and live off of that. Do you know a pig can get bit by a snake and won't die? By the most poisonous snake in the world won't die. You know why?
the salt in his body.
It's got only 4 veins that runs through his body, and he may swell up, but he won't die from it because his body won't let him rot. That's usually what a snake bite do, would rot your parts off, but it won't do a pig that. And then we'll turn around and eat a pig. Now that pig could have a swollen leg because the snake did it, and it go down next week. We done ate the pig. We done ate that bacon.
He gone. He out of here.
Well, it treats you different than what it do to a pig. So these things that are written down in the Bible for us not to eat is for a reason. Like right now, if I fix your whole basket of cockroaches, would you eat that? No, you wouldn't. If I fix your whole bat soup, would you eat that? No. But if I fried you a couple of rat legs, would you eat that? No. There's certain things we're not supposed to eat. If I catch the neighbor's cat and skin it, would you eat that? No. There's certain things we're not supposed to eat. And the Bible mentions all of them, every single one. It's in there. Things that we're not supposed to eat. And that's plain and simple. And he never changed that. God don't change. God don't change. God did not change in the New Testament. He did not change. He did not say, you know what? It's just too hard everything I want y'all to do is just too hard. So I'm going to make it easy for you. Since it's been too hard, this time. It's been too hard. I'm going to make it easy for you. Tomorrow, all your problems are going to disappear. Just like Donald Trump said. No, he did not do that. He did not make it too easy for you. He did not make it too hard for you. He told you, this is my rule. Okay? You come in my house after 12 o'clock, I'm running your ass back out, son. Don't come in my house after 12 o'clock. If you do, if it's after 12, what you need to do is stay where you was at. That's a daddy's rule. I'm not going to change that rule because it was too hard for you to do. Are you crazy? Don't cuss in my house, boy. I'm not going to change that rule because it was too hard for you to do. It sounds silly to me. Let's make this make sense, though. Let's make this make sense.
I'm the daddy, and you want me to change the rules because you can't abide by them. No, sir.
You want me to change the rule because it's too hard. Don't get your ass in my car, son. Well, you just can't keep it. Daddy, I tried. I just can't stay out of your car. What? So I'm going to change the rules? You can drive my car, but don't wreck it. What? No, I'm not going to change the rules because you think it's too hard. God didn't change the rules because man thought it was too hard. He did not change the rules. He don't change. He's not a man that he can lie. So he never changed. When he said in Malachi 3:6, I don't change. He never changed. He never changed his mind, and he never needed a damn partner. He never needed help from nothing. Where were you when I put the stars in the sky? Where were you when I separated the waters from the earth? Where were you when I created the sun and the moon? So don't tell me I got to change what I said to do because it was too hard for you to do. No,
where were you when I was putting this masterpiece together and I
never
needed some help?
changes. So we have a problem, Houston, for anybody who says anything opposite of that. Yes, sir. So, we're back to the same thing. We're going back to the same thing. Listen, you're going to be punished for the things that you do against God's orders. The Hebrews was punished for the things that they did against God's orders. The law, statutes, and commandments, when they failed to continue with the law, statutes, and commandments, they were punished. All the way down to this generation. He promised us a 400-year bid at the end. 2019, August 21st of 2019 was the end of our 400-year bid of slavery. We had to do 400 years of slavery and still be in our land of captivity when the end time comes. No greater sign than that right now going on this planet. We're still here in our land of captivity. Most of our people are scattered all over the world, is still in a land of captivity. And we are going through a transitional phase where I've seen more people come out to observe the truth and start receiving the truth than I ever seen before in my life. I've been doing this a good little while. Just over the last year, I've met so many people and talked to so many people that's ready to receive the truth and ready to get back to honoring our Most High God and calling on His name and expecting Him to do what He said He's going to do. And He said He's going to send pestilence and sickness on the pale horse with the rider named Death. The red horse of war is coming also. And it's got 2 other horses behind it. Hallelujah. Talk to me.
There you go. It's all. Everything has a start and a finish, and the wheels have begun to roll. The dogs of war have been called out. That's what they call it. Oh yeah, well, we're gonna fight this, and you can't fight something that you don't understand. Even I try to understand it. Now I want to understand it, but I'm not gonna fight against it. I'm with it. And the years, I mean, if we can't have it, nobody can have it. We're gonna burn it down to the ground. So what we gonna do? We're gonna crash the stock market. That's just miraculous. It just happened. All this stuff ain't just happening for no reason. The stock market crashed while they got coronavirus out. Okay, why it didn't crash with swine flu? They have more people on the earth now than then. And as Mr. Kelvin said, it's easier to control.
Yeah, I said,
I want to make sure I get that right.
Yeah, a long time ago, it was easier to control 1 million people than to kill 1 million people. Now, with science and technology, it's more easier to kill 1 million people than to control 1 million people. Yes, sir. So I say that to say this. With the Georgia Guidestones and they 500 million in place, you got to get rid of the people who may fight against you, who may rebel against you. Once the truth is coming out and the truth is known, the masses is going to rebel against the elite, and it's going to be hard on the elite. So they don't have many numbers. So what they would do is they want to bring it down to enough people where I can control them, and they can keep my lifestyle the way it is. So I can move up in the clouds and keep them down on the planet to keep sending me fuel to stay up in there. Just saying. I mean, that's the way. You got to look at the art of war.
And I was just about to say, make it make sense, and that makes sense. The art of war will tell you all the strategies, what the enemy is trying to do, how you prepare yourself for combat, what they're going to throw at you, how you react to it and everything. No, me and Mr. Kelvin ain't jumping up and down, oh my God, stuff, do that. No, we prepare, our minds are prepared, so we preparing y'all too. That way, if you fight a mental battle with the enemy, you'll always win because your mind is stronger than the next person. It's all about how you use it. Don't let the liberal media tell you how to think and feel. Don't let media tell you, oh yeah, well you know it's coming. They ain't got no mask on. They ain't wearing no gloves. Who wiping down that whole building? They ain't doing it. Even if they in the building taping that, it might be something that's pre-taped already. Maybe them people already got the coronavirus and died.
Right. Absolutely. Hey, like, download, subscribe to our podcast. Send us, inbox us, let us know what you think about what we're saying. Let us know how you feel about what we're saying. If we're wrong, give us the right answer. We're here to accept information and to give out information. So please, do us a favor. If you love us, family, correct us if we're wrong, and if we're right, tell us. Let us know. We take this commercial break. Be back in a few minutes, and we'll hit them again.
Yes, sir. Like, subscribe, download. We appreciate the comments. We appreciate the support, and most definitely talk that shit. Make it make sense on all podcast platforms. And if it ain't on the platform that you want to listen to it on, you write me and let me know, and I'm gonna send it to you personally myself.